Good evening, Gills fans. Welcome back to the latest Match Day Live from Gills in the Blood TV. It's a slightly later than usual kick-off today. 5:30 start for Steve Evans' men as we travel to the Kassam Stadium to take on Carl Robinson's Oxford United, with both teams still harbouring ambitions of gatecrashing the playoffs. Team news is in. We're about 5 minutes from kick-off. One change for the Gills. Steve Evans drops John Akindi to the bench and brings in Oliver Lee to supplement the midfield. So the Gills side in full. Jack Bonham in goal. A back four of Ryan Jackson, Jack Tucker, Robbie Cundy and Connor Ogilvie. A double pivot in the middle of the park of Stuart O'Keefe and the captain Carl Dempsey. Three in behind the front man will be Jordan Graham, Oliver Lee and Alex McDonald, and that front man is top scorer Dane Oliver. The Gills bench today includes Sasha Bastien, Tommy O'Connor, Robbie McKenzie, Tyreek Johnson, Dominic Samuel, John Akindi, and there is a place on the bench for second-year scholar who has today signed his first professional contract. That is Gerald Sithole. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So that's the Gills substitutes bench and options that we can call on today if and when required. For Oxford, we know they've got good players. The likes of James Henry, Matty Taylor start. I think Elliot Lee, brother of our player Oliver, is starting as well. So that'll be an intriguing battle in the middle area of the park. Results today went our way on the whole. Charlton and Ipswich played out a goalless draw. Portsmouth lost to MK Dons and Sunderland lost at Blackpool. So if we can win and claim maximum points, it will move us up from 11th on 59 points to 62, level on points with today's opposition, and that would leave us 3 points outside the playoffs with 4 games to play. We're going to have to be really good. We're going to have to put in probably one of our season's best performances against an Oxford side that have scored 10 in their last 2, winning 6-0 against Crewe last weekend and then 4-1 at home to Shrewsbury on Tuesday night, a side that we couldn't break down 7 days ago. Should be an intriguing battle. We'll bring you more footage as and when the game gets started. Because of the royal funeral earlier on today, there will be a period of silence before kick-off. Early corner for Gills here, inside a minute. All the pressure's come from the boys in blue. Here it comes, far post. Robbie Cundy's challenging. It's gone out to the far hand side. Oxford are trying to escape, but Stuart O'Keefe's going to win back possession and go back to halfway for Ryan Jackson, who's gone all the way back to Jack Bonham, and we can settle down again. A minute gone. Bright start though from the Gills. Pretty end-to-end start to the game. For the first 5 minutes, it was Gills trying to get forward, then Oxford, long balls into the box. Oxford trying to play a long diagonal to the lad Shadipa up against Ryan Jackson, but Jackson's defended pretty well against him so far. Last couple of minutes though, Gills have had the ball predominantly in the Oxford half, and we've got a throw in on the far side, which Ryan Jackson's gone across to take, so I assume this will be a long one coming into the Oxford box. First shot in anger from the home side, it comes from the lad Ford in the middle of the park, picks up possession, drives forward a couple of yards, takes his chance from about 30 yards, drifts wide. Jack Bonham had it covered if it was on target. Still goalless, 15 played. First corner for the home side comes in the 17th minute. Just waiting for it to be taken now. Interesting, Oxford players are all lined up in single file on the edge of the box between the edge of the D and the penalty spot. 4 Gills players keeping an eye on. Here it comes now, out swinging. Oxford win the first header, but it's comfortable for Dane Oliver, who manages to smash it clear towards halfway. It's a poor header from Brannigan. Can Jordan Graham get on this? That's good defending from the covering player to be fair, and they've gone all the way back to their keeper. Still 0-0, 17 played, just gone. Half a chance for the Gills. Ball floated into a dangerous area. Robbie Cundy competes with the keeper, wins it, heads it over him. Bounces just wide of the far post. Dane Oliver tries to keep it alive and wins a corner. Little period of play from the home side. Couple of balls into the box from their right-hand side, but Gills defend it really manfully again. I think it's Jack Tucker and Robbie Cundy winning their headers. Stuart O'Keefe then plays a really good ball for Ollie Lee to break on the counter-attack. Gills have earned a throw in probably 2/3 of the way into the Oxford half. Nearly half an hour gone, a really good watch, but still 0-0. Corner for Oxford, Elliot Lee gets a bit of space in the final third, drives into a dangerous area, takes his chance from 25 yards. It looks like it's taken a slight bobble right in front of Jack Bonham, but he's managed to get an arm onto it and shovel it out for a corner. Not the most convincing, but he saved it nonetheless. It's another chance for the Gills. It's a Ryan Jackson throw-in that causes havoc in the Oxford backline. I think it's Robbie Cundy wins the first flick for about the 3rd time this evening. Ollie Lee meets with his head and heads it wide. Probably should hit the target. Still 0-0. Gills have created the better openings though. 5 minutes or so to go until the break. The Gills lead by a goal to nil. Ryan Jackson, who's been really good this first period, launches one of them long throws into the box. It causes havoc, it bounces around. Verdane Oliver swivels in the 18-yard box and puts his finish across the keeper and into the bottom corner. Oxford United 0, Gillingham 1. Half time at the Kassam Stadium. It's currently Oxford United 0, Gillingham 1. I think we're full value for our lead at the moment. We've been really good both in and out of possession. We started really brightly. We've had a couple of half chances from Robbie Cundy. And then when the big chance did come along, Verdane Oliver tucks it away like our top scorer would. It's a really composed finish. Swivels on it. Doesn't hit it too hard. Across the keeper into the bottom corner who had absolutely no chance. Oxford have been a threat in patches, but it's been very sporadic from the home side so far. The likes of Matty Taylor and James Henry and Elliot Lee have been kept relatively quiet. Shadipo on the left-hand side seems to be their main outlet. A few times they've tried to play diagonals to get him in behind, but Ryan Jackson's been absolutely spot on defensively, and it was his throw on that led to the goal. All in all, a perfect half for Gills. We lead with by 1 goal to nil, but there's still 45 minutes and a lot of hard work to be done if we're to claim all 3 points. Corner for the Gills, and it's a real freebie. It's a long ball downfield from Jack Bonham. We compete for the first ball. Josh Ruffles looks to try and head it back to his keeper, who's come miles off of his line. Ruffles has then had to head it out for a corner. Can Gills take advantage in the early stages? Huge chance for the Gills, has just been passed up to double their advantage. The right back is long, tries to play it inside to his centre back under pressure from Alex McDonald, gets it horribly wrong and overhits it. Verdane Oliver finds himself one-on-one with the keeper Jack Stevens, comes out, makes himself big. Oliver's clipped effort hits the keeper and goes out. There's been a bit of a pause in play because he's needed treatment making the save, but Gills should lead by 2. Another corner for the Gills. Carl Dempsey and Alex McDonald work the first 2 short. Dempsey onto his right foot, left-hand side, whips in a really difficult ball to defend. Stevens again in the thick of things, had to come out. He's punched it out for a corner on the far side. Still 1-0 to the Gills. We're on top at the moment. Corner for the home side. It's Atkinson, the captain, bringing the ball out from defence. Keeps running. We keep backing off. Suddenly finds himself in our 18-yard box. Tries a little reverse ball into the channel. Stuart O'Keefe covers and punts it out for a corner. Just about to defend it now. Here it comes in swinging from James Henry. It's really good. That's a decent save, I think, from Jack Bonham with his leg to keep it out. It's going to be a corner the other side. Gills under the cosh. End-to-end stuff in the last couple of minutes. It's a chance for Oxford now. The ball falls in our box. Elliot Lee looks like he's going to stick it away. First we get a blocking. Then Carl Dempsey manages to get out and cover the second ball. Looks like he's hurt himself in the process, but Gills are defending stoutly, still leading. Another chance for the Gills, 5th corner of the half already. Oliver Lee's delivery is really good. The ball eventually falls to Connor Ogilvie, edge of the 6-yard box. It's on target, but it's hit a defender as it's going in, and it's gone out for another corner. Still 1-0 to the Gills. Interestingly, Oliver Lee's come across to take this one as well, so Jordan Graham's been taken off corner duty. It's good again, keeper's flapping, he's got something on it. Is it going to go out for another corner? Yes, it is over the far side. Gills have really got to make this pressure count. That's 3 corners in really quick succession. First move from the bench has been made by the home side. Carl Robinson's seen enough after 65 minutes. It's a JE and Sam Winnall coming on. They've taken off Ford and Shadipo, so it looks like it might be a change of shape. It might be James Henry going to the right-hand side and a 4-4-2. So I'll keep an eye on that. But Oxford certainly feel they need to win the game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Could play into Gills' hands. Makes for an interesting final 25 minutes. Gills have either just had the biggest let-off you're likely to see, or it's the most composed piece of defending ever. It's Sam Winnall who's just come on. He escapes Alex McDonald down their right-hand side. It's a great ball into the box. Robbie Cundy's 2 yards out, facing his own goal. Gets his chest onto it, and it goes straight into Jack Bonham's hands. I'm going to say it's wonderful defending, but I'm biased. Important thing is it's still Gillingham who lead. Yeah, another corner for the Gills. I think that's 9 or 10 in this second half alone. It's going to be Ollie Lee. Fairness to us, we played some really good stuff this afternoon. Been direct when we've had to, but we've got it down as well. Oliver Lee's corner's just been headed clear. It's back into the 6-yard box. So it's broken for Connor Ogilvie. Robbie Cundy spins. Breaks for Jordan Graham. Stands up the defender. Drills it across the box. Robbie Cundy! 2-0 to Gillingham at the Kassam Stadium. The playoff dream is well and truly alive as we lead by 2. Come on! Game's not done yet. Oxford have pulled a goal back through Sam Winnall, the substitute. He gets the ball left-hand side of the penalty area. Uses the defender as a shield. Bends it round Jack Bonham into the bottom corner. Still 15 minutes to play. This is far from done. It's Oxford United 1, Gillingham 2. First change for the Gills with about 13 minutes to play. It's Ollie Lee, who's been very good this afternoon in the hole behind Verdane Oliver. He's worked really hard without the ball. He's been good with it as well, but he's going to be withdrawn for the final few minutes of this game. It's Robbie McKenzie coming on in his place to shore up the middle of the park. Huge quarter of an hour in store, including injury time. Oxford are level with about 5 minutes to play. 20 minutes ago, the playoff dream was well alive. Now it's a lot harder. It's Josh Ruffles, the left back, puts a deep ball into the far post. Alex McDonald's there, Connor Ogilvy's there. It's Sam Long, the right back, gets up the highest though, heads it in at the near post. Can we defend it better? Can Jack Bottom do better? I'm not sure. It's frustrating what it is though, and it's 2-2 with 5 minutes to play. Second change for the Gills with a couple of minutes to play. It's Jordan Graham being withdrawn for the final few minutes of this game. It's Tommy O'Connor coming on. Gills suddenly look a bit flat, having been pegged back from 2-0 up. 88.5 played, 2 each. Board's just gone up from the fourth official. There's going to be 5 minutes added time at the Kassam. Pretty much about right. I'd imagine there's been a few substitutions. There's been 3 goals in this period as well. All 3 results are still possible. Point normally would be a great result for the Gills away at a playoff chasing side, but you feel we need to win this if we want to have a real chance of gate crashing that top 6. 4.5 to play. Oxford lead in injury time. The throw-in was taken short. Was given to the centre midfielder. I'm not sure it might be Brannigan. He's picked out a diagonal. It's the right back Sam Long again. Gets in at the far post. Slams his finish past Jack Bonham. They say in football sometimes you don't get everything that you deserve. Gills have been absolutely mugged off here. We've been absolutely brilliant on the whole. But in the final 15 minutes we've collapsed. We led 2-0, but with a minute or so to play, we trail 3-2, and the playoff dream is now in absolute tatters. Game's still going on. We're into the 7th minute of 5 added on. Jack Bonham looks like he's going to make his way up for a Gillingham corner, which has been earned by Alex McDonald. If we scored, we deserve a point at the very least. We've been really good, but at the moment, it looks like it's going to end in heartbreak for the Gills, and it looks like the playoff dream is over. Just waiting for the corner to be taken. Oxford suddenly making substitutions galore, which in fairness we'd do if we were 3-2 up. It's going to be Tommy O'Connor. It's got to be good. In the shade at the open-ended end of the stand. Here it comes. Hits Jack Bonham, hits an Oxford defender, and it's been given as a goal kick. Jack Tucker looks absolutely astounded. That's probably it though for Gills. Full time at the Kassam Stadium, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it's finished. Oxford United 3, Gillingham 2. Gills were absolutely superb for 90% of that game. Scored that goal in the first period, deservedly led at the break. We're much the better side up until the 72nd minute when we added that second through Robbie Cundy. And at 2-0 up, it only looked like there was going to be one side winning it. Unfortunately, we conceded within 120 seconds of going 2-0 up. A good finish by Sam WINNALE in fairness shortly after coming on. But still, you'd think Gills would be able to hang on, manage the game and play on the break. Oxford were taking chances. Unfortunately, we switched off for the second. I think we can do better defensively, but you've got to give credit to the home side. They kept going to the very end, and their right back has become an unlikely hero with a match-winning double. Playoff dream is over now for the Gills in my head. It's still mathematically possible, but this is a hugely deflating and heartbreaking result. But it's been a really good season for Steve Evans' team, and if you're going to sit here tonight and dig us out for losing this football match, then quite frankly, you need to look at yourselves, because we've been really good all season, especially the second half of the campaign, and as much as this hurts at the moment, it's been another campaign of progression. Final score at the Kassam Stadium, Oxford 3, Gillingham 2. Thanks as always for watching and listening. Please keep liking, subscribing and doing all that you do on all 4 social media platforms. Don't forget to continue checking out the Third Tier Podcast and Fan Hub, and I'll see you soon. Until the next time, up the Gills.